Welcome to Midnight Ember Studios. Do well to like, subscribe, share, and drop your comments. The transition wasn't a merger. It was an execution. As the sun rose over a Seoul skyline that looked different than it had 24 hours ago, Min-ho sat in a minimalist office of white marble and reinforced glass. On his desk lay the Phoenix Protocol. Not the version the uncles used to hide their sins, but Min-ho's final move. With a single keystroke, the Beongae syndicate ceased to exist. He had systematically leaked the criminal records of every sub-boss to Hannah's task force, while simultaneously folding the conglomerate's multi-billion-dollar legitimate assets into a new entity, Aegis Global. The underworld name that had struck terror for decades was burned to ash, replaced by a sleek corporate logo. Min-ho had performed the impossible. He had laundered an entire empire into the light. Below, in the plaza, he watched through a telescope as Lee Hannah walked toward the courthouse, her arms full of the files that would put the uncles away for life. She stopped for a moment, looking up at the towering glass monolith of Aegis Global. She didn't wave, and she didn't smile. She knew the truth. The monsters were gone, but the man who had slain them now sat on a much higher, much cleaner throne. A soft chime signaled a new notification. It was a market report on a rival tech firm that had tried to exploit the syndicate's transition. Min-ho didn't reach for a gun. He leaned back, his eyes cold and calculating, and began a short sell that would ruin the firm's CEO by lunch. He was no longer a mafia boss. He was a titan. But as he adjusted his rimless glasses, the shadow he cast against the white wall remained jagged and dark. The Gilded Noose hadn't been untied. It had simply been plated in 24-karat gold. The war was over, but Kang Min-ho was just getting started.